Hello, everyone. It's Marianne with Spirit Team Marianne. I know it's been a while. Today, I want to talk about signs and symbols. Signs and symbols. Signs and symbols. What do they mean? What do they mean? So, it's personal. It's personal. Signs and symbols are personal. That is something you work out with your guides. For me, I don't get a whole lot of symbolism. I asked my guide specifically not to give me symbolism because I don't want to deal with symbolism and interpreting them. Do I get them? Yes. Do I interpret them? Yes. I interpret them by how I associate with those symbols. For example, an oak tree. If I am presented with an oak tree, the first thing that I think of is masculine, strong. It holds together well. It is unfailing. It is hard. What does it mean to you? For you, it might mean something totally different. A willow tree. A willow tree for me is feminine. It is sorrow, sadness. It is also sort of delicate. That's how I interpret it. It could be something totally different for you. An eagle. So an eagle does have a universal definition of what it stands for. And traditionally, it stands for the name John. For me, the eagle represents freedom, courage, and strength. It could mean something totally different to you. Flowers, a rose. Traditionally, a rose, a red rose in particular, stands for love. It could be, if presented with a red rose, it could be love. But it could also be other things. Maybe that red rose was a favorite flower of spirit. Or maybe it was a red rose being presented because my sitter was presented with red roses from spirit. And it doesn't mean it could be spirit that was a spouse or a lover. It could be a grandmother. It could be a very good friend. So symbolism is one of those things that you work out with your guides. Make a list. Make a list of different things. For example, a dog, a cat, a tree, cloud, sun, moon, anything, a rock. You can also be specific. For example, instead of just flower, what kind of flower? Break it down then. Rose, daisies, iris, lilies. What do those mean to you? So it can become very, very detailed. And the reason that I tell my guides I don't want to deal with symbols is because of that. Because it can become extremely detailed. So, just a word of caution. If you like symbols and you like interpreting things like that, then by all means, knock yourself out. Make an amazing list. Just remember that that list could change. That list can be added to, things taken off, moved around. And then also remember that when you're doing a reading, just because you're presented with something that you think is a symbol, it may not be. It may simply be evidence. So keep that in mind. It's all in interpretation, and it's all in what you and your team have come up with. And it takes practice, 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 practice. So I will leave you with that. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask. I am at spiritteammarianne@gmail.com. You can also see me on Facebook under Spirit Team Marianne, Psychic Medium. I also offer classes for beginning mediumship, and you are very, very welcome to ask me about any of those. I will talk to you guys soon.